The Vikings were fierce warriors from Scandinavia. They lived during the Viking Age, which lasted from around 793 to 1100 AD. Scandinavia is a region in northern Europe that includes the countries of Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. The Vikings were known for their longships, which were fast and strong. These ships allowed them to travel far and wide, raiding and trading across Europe and beyond. The Vikings were skilled sailors and navigators. They used the stars and the sun to guide them. The Vikings were also known for their courage and strength in battle. They were experts in using swords, axes, and spears. They traveled to many different lands, including Britain, Ireland, France, Russia, and even North America. The Vikings were not just raiders, though. They were also traders, farmers, and craftspeople. They established settlements in many of the lands they visited. Some Vikings settled in new lands, while others returned home with riches and stories. The Vikings left a lasting impact on the world. They influenced the languages, cultures, and histories of many countries. Their stories and legends continue to fascinate people today. The Vikings were daring explorers. They sailed across vast oceans to discover new lands. One of their most famous voyages was to North America. A Viking explorer named Leif Erikson is believed to have reached North America around the year 1000 AD. He called the land Vinland. The Vikings established a settlement in Vinland, but it did not last long. However, their discovery of North America is a testament to their seafaring skills and adventurous spirit. The Vikings also traveled eastwards. They sailed along the rivers of Russia. They traded with the Byzantine Empire in the east. The Vikings' voyages brought them into contact with many different cultures and peoples. They established trade routes that connected Scandinavia to the rest of Europe and beyond. These voyages were dangerous and challenging, but the Vikings were not afraid of the unknown. They were driven by a thirst for adventure and a desire for wealth and glory. Viking society was well-structured and based on strong family ties. Families lived together in longhouses. These were large wooden buildings where several generations shared a common space. Men and women had different roles in Viking society. Men were responsible for farming, fishing, trading, and fighting. Women managed the household, raised the children, and crafted clothing. They had a surprising degree of freedom for the time. They could own property and divorce their husbands. The Vikings valued courage, strength, loyalty, and honor. They believed in hard work and self-reliance. They were also known for their love of storytelling, music, and feasting. The Vikings had a strong oral tradition. They passed down their history and legends through stories and songs. These stories often told of brave warriors, epic battles, and powerful gods. Life as a Viking was not always easy. It was a harsh and challenging existence. But the Vikings were resilient and resourceful people who adapted to their environment and thrived in difficult circumstances. Norse mythology is a collection of myths and legends about the Viking gods, goddesses, giants, and monsters. The Vikings believed in a world inhabited by these supernatural beings. The most important gods were Odin, Thor, and Frey. Odin was the All-Father, the god of wisdom, war, and death. He was often depicted as a one-eyed old man with a long beard. Thor was the god of thunder and lightning. He was known for his strength and his mighty hammer Mjolnir. Frey was the god of fertility, weather, and wealth. He was associated with good harvests and prosperity. The Vikings believed that the gods lived in Asgard, one of the 9 worlds connected by the world tree Yggdrasil. These myths explained natural phenomena, human emotions, and the struggle between good and evil. They provided the Vikings with a framework for understanding the world around them and their place within it. Norse mythology is full of epic tales and memorable characters. It continues to inspire artists, writers, and filmmakers today. Its influence can be seen in everything from modern literature and cinema to video games and comic books. The Vikings believed in an afterlife. They believed that warriors who died bravely in battle went to Valhalla, the Hall of the Slain. Valhalla was ruled by Odin. It was a place of feasting, drinking, and fighting. The Valkyries, female figures who decided who lived or died in battle, would carry the souls of the bravest warriors to Valhalla. There they would train and prepare for Ragnarok, the final battle between the gods and the giants. This belief in a glorious afterlife fueled the Vikings' courage and ferocity in battle. The Vikings believed that dying in bed was a cause for shame. They aspired to die a warrior's death and earn a place in Valhalla. This belief reflected their warrior culture and their emphasis on courage and honor. It also highlights their acceptance of death as an inevitable part of life. The concept of Valhalla continues to fascinate people today. It is a powerful image of a warrior's paradise and a testament to the Viking belief in the importance of courage and honor. Ragnarok is the Viking apocalypse, the end of the world. It is a cataclysmic event that involves a great battle between the gods and the giants. During Ragnarok, the world is consumed by fire and floods. Many of the gods and giants are killed, and the world is reborn anew. The myth of Ragnarok reflects the cyclical nature of life and death in Norse mythology. It also suggests that even the gods are not immune to fate. While the Viking Age came to an end, their legacy lives on. Their explorations, raids, and culture left a lasting impact on Europe and beyond. They influenced language, law, art, and technology. Their stories and legends continue to captivate us today. From their iconic longships to their intricate jewelry, the Vikings left behind a rich material culture. Their sagas and myths continue to inspire writers, artists, and filmmakers. The Vikings were more than just fierce raiders. They were skilled explorers, traders, and craftspeople. Their culture was complex and sophisticated, with a rich mythology and a strong sense of honor and family. The Vikings continue to fascinate us with their adventurous spirit, their warrior ethos, and their enduring legacy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more fascinating stories from history.